movie tree.
Howdy, howdy, branches, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Tree podcast. Goddamn, you're going to need that.
Yes, you are.
You ready to head into that weird 2000s genre where production companies decided nasty creatures and big tits we're going to sell?
And CGI.
And CGI.
Yep.
Yeah, you ready to dip into that?
I don't have much of a
Well,
choice.
it doesn't matter if you're ready, listeners, because we're doing Snakes on a Motherfucking Plane. We did it, so you didn't have to.
Yeah.
But hopefully you listen along.
It'd be a good time either way.
Good times and great classic hits.
I hope you're listening, Nathan Phillips, because this is the only time I'm going to say this. We got here by climbing the Nathan Phillips branch.
You're damn right.
He played Ben in Wolf Creek, and he plays Sean Jones in this movie.
Ben and Sean.
Storyline. An FBI agent takes on a plane full of deadly venomous snakes deliberately released to kill a witness being flown from Honolulu to Los Angeles to testify against a mob boss.
It's a harsh move, man.
It is
a harsh move, Eddie King.
It's a plan riddled with holes.
I mean, just shoot the fucking thing down.
Put a guy on the plane to stab him.
Anything else.
Anything else makes sense. Shoot him at the airport.
Get somebody to go on the plane with a snake and put it in his neck.
Yes. And then that makes more sense than the convoluted bullshit we had to sit through here.
Continue on.
When did you first watch?
Watch this at cinemas, mate.
You poor bastard.
Hey, man, as bad as this fucking is, this was cultural. This was huge. Everyone in the 2000s. This is what Blumhouse are trying to turn classics into. They try to take your strangers and turn it into this teenage shit. No. This is your teenage shit.
Yeah.
This is the stuff the mindless guys who are probably having Coca-Cola and bourbon outside in a plastic bottle want to come in with the birds and make out. Don't make the strangers. Don't turn a beautiful horror, what would you call it, franchise into this shit. Make it honest. Honest, like this is what we're going for. You know what was honest? Megan. That Megan robot one, that's honest. We know what that is. That is this in the now time.
This movie is made for frat boys that want to go, oh my God, you see Snakes on the Plane? It's fucking awesome.
That's right. It's 2000s humour.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Where'd you watch it?
One desperate drunken Friday night on Foxtel, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can't say I was sober when I first watched this. IMDb 5.5. That's high.
That's really high, especially with horror.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I suppose a horror adventure or horror action.
Horror action?
Yeah.
Horror action?
Horror action.
Rotten Tomatoes, 69% critics, 49% audience.
Did you say 69
So it's
critics?
fresh. It's fresh. It's rated fresh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And Wolf Creek isn't.
That is wild.
Isn't it?
I'd watch Wolf Creek 100 times
Before watching this
over
again.
this.
Yeah, even with Nathan Phillips in it.
That is wild, man. That's wild.
On a budget of 33 mil, most of which I'm going to assume paid for CGI snakes, and that's not money well spent at all. It made 62 mil at the box office.
I guarantee that didn't even break even.
93rd at the box office, but it did beat the likes of My Super Ex-Girlfriend, The Descent, and She's the Man.
It beat The Descent.
It beat The Descent. But the Descent was a sleeper hit. That gained a lot of cult following, The Descent.
It's just not fair.
That's not, is it?
It's not fair in this world.
It's not. Released on August 24th, 2006. This is our second movie from 2006.
Have you named it?
No, I have not.
Well, I'm not going to get it.
Maybe I can help you remember.
The something of November. V for Vendetta.
Yes. Runtime of an hour and 45 minutes, which is fucking criminal. It should have been at least 20 minutes shorter than that.
For what it is, they went way too fucking
Produced by New Line Cinema, which I did not know. Was nominated for Best Horror at the Saturn Awards.
Tell me it lost.
Rightly lost to The Descent.
Justice! Justice in the film business! Yes!
Directed by David R. Ellis, who's also done Final Destination 2, Cellular, Asylum, the Final Destination, and Shark Night 3D.
Yes, of course.
To the cast. Samuel L. Jackson, 58. And this is our sixth SLJ movie.
He's 58.
He's 58.
That is fucking wild, man.
It's almost the fittest
If you
he's ever
told
looked.
me he was 41 in this, I would have been like, yep.
If you told me he's 35, I would have said
41 in this, absolutely.
Juliana Margulies, 40. Nathan Phillips, 26. Rachel Blanchard, 30. Keenan Thompson, 28. And Lynn Shay, 63.
Yeah.
Skinning the smoke wagon last week. We both said 1.
Yeah.
Can I please have your thoughts and score out of 5?
You can. This is a bad film. A film that took me 4 attempts at finishing. It's that bad. Terrible story. Terrible CGI. The 2000s humor is shocking. There's a whole 10-minute segment where snakes and genitals face off. And it's just bad. The acting is woeful. I was really hoping for some laughs and maybe to expand upon a good death is its own reward list. And I got neither. No. This is a 0.5 out of 5.
Oh, my God.
This is my lowest rating.
This is your lowest rating. So your previous lowest was 0.9 for Urban Legend.
I will take Urban Legend over this.
I'll take Urban Legend, fucking the second one.
Urban Legend 2, the final cut.
Urban Legends.
What do you got, mate? What do you got on this treasure trove of a film?
Even knowing that this movie is tongue-in-cheek does nothing to alleviate how god-awful it truly is. I know it's a movie about snakes being snuck onto a plane to kill at least one guy, if not everyone. But there are so many logic leaps with this rubbish that it defies belief. The worst thing about this movie, though, is the caliber of most of the cast involved and how much of a fucking waste it is. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Worse than Anaconda.
Wow. What'd you give that?
Because I gave Anaconda 0.8.
Oh, okay.
This is worse than Anaconda because at the very least, Anaconda gave me some chuckles and it gave us Paul Cerrone.
I still think the acting is better in Anaconda as well.
I'll give it that
too.
The
whole cast.
Oh, yeah. it's a 0.7 for me.
You one below.
Yeah, one below.
So you're telling me I've given the worst ever?
Yeah.
Because hang on, was Anaconda your worst review ever?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Well, I know where it finishes.
That gives it
bottom.
That gives it a 0.6. And that puts it 139th.
Wowzers. Well done, Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
We didn't expect much from you, and you delivered even less.
Dare I ask, do you have a best on ground?
Yep. Bobby Carnival, because he didn't need to be anywhere near that shit show of a plane. He almost had a good storyline on the outside, trying to find a snake dealer and just hating his job. I'm like, I can actually connect with that, Bobby.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bobby, who you got?
Bobby Carnival was acting in a totally different movie.
He probably didn't even know what the rest of the film
was
about.
I don't think he did. I think they said to him, right, you're going to talk to Samuel L. Jackson a couple of times on the phone. Otherwise, this is your movie over here.
You'll show up at an airport once, and that's it.
Like you get to do a cool chopper stunt.
Yeah, they probably told him it's a terrorist attack. You have no idea what it is.
I reckon if you asked him now, he probably wouldn't even know. Worst on ground.
So this was the second time we've used him, and the last time Nathan Phillips. Is he trying to put on an American accent?
It's fucking horrible. You know what?
Nathan, what are you doing?
They should have stayed in that fucking cave at Wolf Creek.
He should have been the one that was killed.
He should have been. That was.
Give Liz a run or something.
I'm gonna just. He's just. And like the cliches, like the puka shell fucking necklace, and he's a big surfy dude guy. And like,
mate, when the snakes are downstairs, I gotta go help him.
Why
I gotta do something.
It all comes down to his blank facial expressions for a start.
Yeah,
and his shitty as fuck American accent.
I don't know why they even gave him one. Just make him an Aussie.
Make him an
in
Aussie
Hawaii.
surfing in Hawaii.
And then he wants to go to Bali.
Yes.
Like, that is just
Is there anything more Australian than wanting to go to Bali?
We got a real summer big
We're going
win.
to need you to put in a big performance as an American there.
We got a summer hit. We need it to be realistic.
Do you reckon he got this on the back of Wolf Creek? He had to have.
Had to have, yeah. I think they thought he was probably in the next big Australian thing.
Yeah, no.
And then Hemsworth.
Wrong again.
Wrong again. Then Hemsworth did Star Trek, and they're like, "Oh, that's the guy. That was the guy we were looking for."
Yeah, we got the wrong guy.
We got the wrong guy.
Play of the day.
Yeah, Keenan Thompson explaining his flying credentials to the tower. I've had 222 hours experience.
2,000 hours.
2,000 was.
Yes,
that's impossible. On a fucking game. On one flight simulator.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my play of the day because it was the only time I got a laugh out of this film when I thought I might get a few from what it is.
Yeah.
That whole tongue-in-cheek,
Yeah.
we understand what it is and what it's about. It doesn't even come into it.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Yeah. What do you got?
This is a first. This is a movie tree first. I had no play of the day.
No play of the day.
There was nothing in this movie where I went, fuck, that was pretty good.
That was fun.
Not even Taylor Kitsch putting one away in the toilets. No, nothing.
Oh, man. Wow, that is
It's
the
just,
first.
it is
No play of
just,
the day.
this is a horrible movie. This sets the benchmark for the horrible movies going forward. This is just...
Yeah. So next time we watch something, we go, fuck, this is shit. Is it worse than
than Snakes on a Plane?
No.
Like you'd be hard pressed, I reckon, to find movies where we don't give them at least a 1.
Yeah, we appreciate the sets
Like-
and makeup, all these little things that you just sort of like, you know what, whoever it was on this film that was dog shit, they did really well in this. But this, you're like, clothing, makeup, sets, CGI, everything was just a real downer. Acting, writing, directing, there was nothing to hold.
No.
Nobody putting this film on their back and saying,
No.
look, we know the story shit and the acting shit, but did you see how good the effects were? Or, you know how, like, all the effects was shit, but did you see how good the clothing department had everyone working? Nothing.
I'd say the only thing they got accurate was the look of the cockpit. That's about the only thing that looked right.
Even then, I thought it was overdone when the storm and everything's happening. I'm like, what? Is a fucking Twilight Zone or something? Like they just happen to be driving into the worst storm of all time.
Yeah.
Even if there weren't snakes on this plane, this thing's liable to fucking crash.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Garbage.
Yep, garbage. Would you watch it again?
No,
Not a fucking chance.
never again.
In fact,
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
where did you watch?
I watched this on binge.
Yep, same. I watched it on binge.
I do have this on DVD though.
I would have chucked it. You can only rent it on other
Special
streaming
edition.
sites. Oh my god.
I don't know what that means.
No. Special as in retarded, or
Special as if you put the disc in, it won't play.
it plays a good movie.
There you go.
Totally different one. You can only rent it on other streaming sites, but don't rent it on anything.
There's no reason.
Even if you have
There's
binge,
no reason.
don't watch this movie unless you are 100% dedicated to the Movie Tree podcast and watching every single movie we review. Do you want some trivia?
Yeah.
Let's do some movie trivia.
Body count.
So you heard in the movie, Harris says something like to Dr. Price, we've already lost 50 people up there. That's not correct.
Yeah.
Total body count was 31.
Ooh, 31.
Yeah, because it was a reduced flight. They actually make a point of saying that.
I mean, 31's a lot on the flight.
It is a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and plus one prosecutor.
Yeah. Gives a shit.
450 snakes were used, including one 22-foot long Burmese python. Most snakes, though, were digitally created because the real snakes did not move as much as the filmmakers wanted.
When were the real ones in there?
They were occasionally.
How many?
450.
Real snakes.
Real snakes.
Where? Don't fucking lie to me.
I don't know.
Don't.
I can't tell you where the real snakes were.
Whatever.
All I know is they were there. Small bit of casting.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf was offered a role but turned it down. I can only assume it was the
Sean
Jones role.
I'll take him as well. I'll take him over Nathan
I
Phillips.
applaud him for steering clear of this.
Yeah,
stupid
well
pile of
done.
shit.
Well done, Shire.
Do you want some branching?
I really do. Out of this dump.
And now it's time for us to branch out and decide what we'll watch next week.
10 options.
Let's go.
Samuel L. Jackson, Patriot Games.
Ooh.
Samuel L. Jackson, Captain America 1.
Ooh.
Gerard Plunkett, Sucker Punch. Terry Chen, The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
Elsa Pataki, Fast and Furious 5. Or Fast 5.
We got to do the other fucking.
No, we don't.
Four. Yeah, we do.
None of them make any difference to the others. Bobby Carnival,
Yep.
Chef.
Ooh.
Bobby Carnival, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Is that the first one?
That's the first one with The Rock.
Yep.
Todd Luiso, Jerry Maguire,
Hey, Jerry.
Tom Butler, Shooter,
Shooter.
the Shooter McGavin story,
Yeah.
and Kevin McNulty, Watchmen.
Ooh. Patriot Games gone.
Go on.
Sucker Punch gone.
Sucker Punch gone.
Fast Five gone.
Fast Five gone.
I'll only take 2 from here. Chef gone.
Chef gone.
Shooter gone.
Shooter gone.
Shooter gone. You know what? Let's dive back into Marvel, mate.
Oh wow!
Captain America.
Wowee!
First
Avenger. Very good.
Very
Really, we haven't done. Really, we've done Thor,
Guardians as well.
Guardians. So, Guardians 1 and Thor are the only MCU movies. We've done X-Men movies.
Yep.
And Punisher, but
Captain.
we haven't done anything sort of mainstream MCU.
Yeah. Captain America's going to be good, all right?
He is going to be good.
First Avenger.
Always enjoy. It's not as good as Winter Soldier for me.
No. Well, a lot of MCU aren't as good as Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is one of the. All right, then on the back of that,
Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Now, I enjoy this movie very much.
as do I.
And it does hold a lot of nostalgia for me. So I had to go see this one by myself. Marvel wasn't big at the time.
No,
They had the few. What year was it?
2011.
2011. So I don't think the old man wanted to go see it. And I went by myself because, I know this is going to sound a bit... not condescending, what's the word? Up myself, but I loved Captain America before anyone gave a shit about Captain America.
I know you did. I've got your old comics.
He was my Marvel guy. Him and the Punisher were my Marvels. They were the only ones I gave any fucking shit about. Other than, and DC was everything. I love Batman. I love Superman, Green Lantern, all them. I loved all of them. But Marvel, I just never really like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. They were never my jam. But the Punisher and Captain America were my jam. So when I was so pumped for this, and I had no one to talk to about this. And I went to this by my lonesome, and I fucking loved it. And then coming out of it, and it didn't get great reviews. It's just like, oh, Marvel sort of hits it's okay, but it's, you know, it's not on Iron Man's level. And I was really disappointed with that because I went and saw it, and I'm like, fuck, Red Skull was right fucking there. This is awesome.
Yep.
So this is going to be high force for me. I'm thinking like 4.8.
Okay.
Like, this is it's fun, everything about it. It's got emotion with Bucky. It's got him, like that scene with Tommy Lee Jones where he throws the fucking grenade. I can tell you right now, that's my play of the day, when he throws the grenade.
Jumps on the grenade,
and weak little Rogers jumps on top of it. He's like, get back!
Yeah. Get
back! And then everyone's just, it's a fake grenade. That, I mean, I almost cried in that scene. I'm like, God damn, that's him. That's Steven Rogers.
Yeah.
And that builds through that. And it's funny that I do not hear anyone in the Marvel universe talk about that moment that shows him heart, because it's Captain America's greatest moment. He can stand in front of Thanos, he can do all this, but he was willing to jump on a grenade for a bunch of people who bullied him.
Yep.
And that is his greatest moment. So, 4.8. Possibly, it depends how emotional I get.
Yeah, okay.
During this film, it could go higher. I love Captain America, the First Avenger.
Yep.
What do you got?
This was the first MCU film I went to the cinemas to see.
Yeah.
Obviously on the back of the Iron Man hypes and stuff like that. And you say that, like, critically it didn't stack up to Iron Man. Very few things did in the early days of the MCU.
Yeah.
Iron Man really set the bar very, very high. I love this movie. I think, aside from the MCU, I love Steve Rogers' arc through the whole thing. Through this, then Winter Soldier, Civil War, and through the Avengers movies, I think Chris Evans has done a fucking absolutely great job with being this character and portraying this character. I love the setting of this movie. I love the 1940s feel to it, and the World War II background of it. It's not as high as Winter. I think Winter Soldier for me is the crowning achievement in Captain America's arsenal. But this is, again, I'm inclined to agree with you. This is at least a 4.5. Yeah,
it's high. It's high, and it was one of the first ones, I think, that was willing to take the piss out of Marvel. Like, are you going to give him his skin-tight suit? And he rolls up with the feathers on the ears.
Yeah.
And, like, the suit and the
American flag shield.
The American flag shield, it's like it's not a circle, it's a shield.
Yeah.
And they did. They took the piss out of him. And soldiers, like, what would happen if Captain America actually rocked up? Soldiers would be like, what the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what would happen. They were willing to take the piss out of themselves. I don't think this movie gets enough of the credit it deserves.
No.
Yeah, I'm happily with a high 4s.
Good. I'm happy with that.
Yep, excellent. Let's get, where is he? This is a keyboarder. Keys!
Don't call him a keyboard.
Keys!
Don't call him a keyboard.
Sorry.
He's a pianist.
Pianist. There we go. As soon as we said pianist, he started. Yeah. Yep.
If you know someone who might like to listen to us and share an episode with them, you can drop us a line by email at themovietrippod@gmail.com. Check us out on socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Check out our arcane thoughts.
Yeah.
Because we've got vision for them, where you can look at our shiny faces
Yeah.
on TikTok and YouTube.
We are gorgeous.
We are. We try to be.
Mum tells us that anyway.
Exactly right.
And that's all that matters.
Pats us on the head.
That's all that matters.
Exactly right. Come and climb the movie tree with us again next week when we've taken a break from the MCU for quite a while.
Yeah.
So this is probably long
Time to
overdue.
get back in, considering they got like 50 films now.
Exactly right. Captain America, the first Avenger.
Ooh, yeah. Adios. What movie are we doing here? Adios, snake lovers. Nah, that doesn't work, does it?
Adios, motherfucking listeners on this motherfucking podcast.
I'll let you have that one. That's
Thank you.
good. Yeah, that's not bad.